Hurtado, a father and son are facing charges for what may be Hillsborough County's largest dog-fighting ring. Russell Franklin and Vannie Franklin both face felony animal cruelty charges. Authorities called the remote Seffner property a kill zone, saying the men told them they were walking on a dog graveyard as they searched the property. They also say the Franklins expressed no remorse for what they deemed a 20-year dog-fighting operation. Tonight, our Carson Chambers found out 7 survivors are getting a shot at a much better life. Carson?
Well, hey, Linda, I was inside Hillsborough County Animal Control today, where the 7 survivors are being cared for. They're getting food, antibiotics, and pain medication for their injuries. They'll also be considered for a special program that saved nearly 100 dogs.
2 decades of suffering are buried in the backyard of this remote Seffner home.
We found skeletal remains, skulls. We actually found an igloo doghouse that was covered up.
Investigators unearthed heavy tow chains and dog collars still attached to remains. Hundreds of dogs rest in this makeshift graveyard. Only 7 survivors, including China, a 2-year-old female pit mix.
Let's go. There we go.
Beat the odds.
The numbers are still bad, and it's not their fault.
This is the reason 12 special kennels are set aside at Hillsborough County Animal Control.
Let's go. Come on.
Kennels for abused, neglected, or fight bust dogs so they can get better, find a home through a program called Adopt. It stands for Awesome Dogs on Positive Training, and volunteers like Sean Jacobson are the key.
It's their hands on the dogs, they're training the dogs, they're working the dogs, they're running play groups with the dogs.
Social time that saved the lives of 98 dogs. Sergeant Pam Perry tells me every dog the Adopt program accepts has either been placed in a home or at a refuge. Just like the dogs that may have ended up dumped in a Seffner mass grave.
We've yet to scratch the surface of who these dogs are. And I've seen dogs change from being shut down, pancaked, afraid of everything, to blossoming into some of the most fantastic dogs ever.
The odds may be against these 7 survivors, but maybe they aren't.
Animal Control says the 7 dogs rescued were kept chained up, one on a chain that weighed nearly 30 pounds. That's half of her body weight. So it will take several months for them to adjust and to be evaluated for the Adopt program. I'm Carson Chambers. Back to you.